What's up, guys? Iron04 and welcome back to my channel. We're a little bit halfway through the midst of winter though, and what are my favorite things about winter? Well, that is none other than the Winter Olympics. That is right. The Winter Olympics are back again if I don't butcher this, in Cortona, Italy. I'm pretty sure I'll put the logo right over here so you all can tell what I'm talking about. Yes, the Winter Olympics has already started, and I figured to celebrate the Winter Olympics, I think I want to do something new, special for this video. I'm going to do a new type video series called, basically this is going to be like a little rating series right here, where I rate various things like TV shows, films, video games, anime, whatever. And I figured since we're celebrating Winter Olympics this year, I think for today's rating video, I'm going to be rating every Mario and Sonic Olympic video game. And I'm going to be rating every single one of them. Now, don't be mad if basically I'm not played some of those games though, so I will have to let you all know about that one though. But I'm still going to be rating them based on what I actually look when I see my gameplay on YouTube and all that stuff. So, without further ado, let's get started with the rating. Roll that intro. So what we're going to be rating first is the very first Mario and Sonic Olympic game. That is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, which are based off of the Beijing 2008 Olympics. Now, this was the very first Olympic game to be licensed by the International Olympic Committee. Now this was a title on the Wii. I did not own this game when I first had the Wii though. But like I said before, I'm going to be rating based on what I think about the gameplay. So when I looked at the gameplay on YouTube, I saw that well, it does look promising for a starter Mario and Sonic Olympic game, and it pretty much is not bad in regards. I think there's a little bit something that basically just gets me with the easiest type of things. They're not really wearing like different types of outfits like for that one though. They were basically wearing just like the normal outfits from the video games itself. Oh, and I forgot to mention by the way that the Mario and Sonic Olympic video games are crossovers between Nintendo's Mario and Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog series. And back to the game, it does look promising. They did have like a cool lot of Olympic games featured on that one. But since me not having it though, it kind of was a little disappointing. I did not get to play this before. So what do I rate the first game in the series? It does look promising though. I will admit to that. But it's not really great though. So for this one, I'm just gonna rate it probably say 7.5 out of 10. Now, you can either like it or don't like it. I really honestly don't care. I mean, this is just my official rating. I'm not gonna be arguing with anybody about what I do when I rate these. Now, next up is Mario and Sonic at the Winter Games. This is a video game based off the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympics. Now, that was the very first Mario and Sonic game that I actually first got ever, though, when it was for the Wii. And better yet, I'm actually going to mention its DS counterpart, too, because it was also better than the Nintendo DS. Now, I will be rating both the Wii counterpart and the DS counterpart separately. And they're all based on my opinions. So yeah, the Mario and Sonic the Winter Olympic Games for the Wii basically was very fun to play with. It actually was I probably would say is honestly a very great to play. I love the soundtrack and basically all the characters, basically all the Olympic games that actually were featured on there, especially the inclusion of the Dream events. Also Dream events were included in the original Mario and Sonic game. Forgot to mention though too. But yeah, I mostly love the Dream events though, because honestly it takes place in regards to both Mario's and Sonic's worlds, and pretty much it honestly is very fun play. Mostly love is on the figure skating event. They always include classical music, which of course I really do love classical music. And for the DS counterpart, it is very fun to play with though, and it has a very own story mode, of course. But I was not really a fan of it though because I couldn't really get it done though. But what I mostly like is that the well, I tend to have little issues with that one though, basically on all the games I actually played though. But it is very fun to play with, especially as long as you get the hang of it though. And I forgot to mention that the Wii one, the Wii one. I love the new festival mode, of course, where you actually get to play through the Olympics on each day, and you basically you try to win as many medals as you can. And if you fail the thing, well, that is what it is. And I mean, it depends on the final score. So, yeah. So, rating for the Wii one, it honestly is a very good game to play, and it still is my favorite to this day. So the Wii version is going to get a 10 out of 10. And as for the DS version, it is very fun to play with, but as long as you get the hang of it, though, I mean, it could get a little bit annoying at some point. So I'll probably give that one about 8.5 out of 10. But it's still good to go. Alrighty then. Next up, second Mario Sonic game that I ever owned, Mario Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. Yes, based off the London 2012 Olympics, and pretty much, it actually was very much a big improvement from the very first one, though. That was the first ever Summer Olympic one that I actually ever owned. Now, they have a Wii and the Wii and the Nintendo 3DS counterpart, but I did not own the 3DS counterpart, though. So I will only mention the gameplay on that based on what I see. So, for the Nintendo Wii, they obviously added a lot more modes on there than basically when the Winter Olympics basically has held. And I don't know, I can't really remember much of the game modes on there. I think there's like one mode where you actually like tour all around. I think there's like one game where you actually like run all around London. You basically face off against 4 other characters, and then you like, I think it's like one when you have to scratch off stuff, and then after the events and then the events are maybe over after you scratch off how many or actually, it's great. I think it's like, place stickers on them. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to mention right there. That was a very fun mode to play, actually. Some Olympic games I had a little issue with. The Dream Events did return as well, which were very fun as well. And I honestly will say that this one actually was a lot more fast paced than the original than the Mario on the Winter Winter Games. It is very fun to play with, though. Now for the 3DS counterpart, kind of the same thing. It is very fast paced. It's a lot more fast paced than the Wii one. They had a lot more what can they say? Oh yeah, a lot more modes on there than the Wii one. And it pretty much can like depend on. Well, it was very much of a shame I did not actually own that one. I was able to play that, but I think whenever I get to play very in the near future, maybe when I like find like somewhere in online or something, maybe I'll probably play and I'll give you my thoughts on it, because I do have a 3DS though I'm not sure where my charger is to that. So I will rate once I get the game of 3DS, I will change my rating that I'm going to be from this video that I'm making right now. So for the Nintendo Wii, it is, like I said, a very fun game to play with. A lot more fast paced though, so it'll get a 9 out of 10. And for the 3DS, since I not played it yet, based on the game, a lot more fast paced and a lot more events play. That one's gonna get 8.5 out of 10. Alright, then next one. You might not like this, but it's another one I had not really played before, and that is the Mario & Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Winter Olympic Games. And that one is based on the Sochi 2014 Winter Olympics, and that was held in Russia. What can I say about that? That was the very first Mario & Sonic game off the Wii U. Shame it's not really the first one I actually got playing when I first got the Wii U. Now, it actually has included a lot much the same events as the original Winter Olympic Games in Vancouver, but they actually add a lot more now. And basically, with the Wii U, actually does like a lot of new things, though, and basically a lot of different. I'll probably say on the win on that one, you have to, whatever sport you play with, you either play with either the Wii U or the Wii Remote. And unfortunately, I don't think there was a DS counterpart for that one though, so that was basically just the only Wii U only title. But when I looked at it though, it actually does look very cool though. It actually with a lot improved graphics, but I think the controls probably will get a little bit tough to handle with the Wii U and all that stuff. So, but the soundtrack though is also cool too. Now for the rating, since I've not really played that one, it does look promising, but I think it would be a little tough to get through the controls. So that one might get an 8 out of 10. And of course, you notice I'm actually wearing my Team USA shirt, of course, because of course it's one of my country. We right here. Anyway, moving on. Next up, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. Now, I would say, I've only played the 3DS counterpart, but I also played, well, the 3DS counterpart mostly, but I did play the little bit of the Wii U the Wii U as well. Well, when I was at a friend's house, though. So, the Wii U one actually had, like, a lot more stuff to actually do, and also, in this game, it was the very first time that guest characters were introduced. Yeah, a guest character that can be played on either one of the... There's always one guest character on each of the events that you play with, and honestly, a lot more fast paced. And I'll probably gotta say the soundtrack base is also a lot better when you play it because you're in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for that one, and a little bit of the Brazilian. I'll probably say Brazilian music. I'll probably say, and yeah, honestly, it looks very promising to play with. A little bit of the Wii U stuff that you had to get through with as well, but yeah, I think the thing is, I think it's like the one that actually mostly you have to rely on the Wii U. I think, not just the Wii Remote. I think the Wii Remote is still like support on some of the game as well. Now the DS counterpart, loved it as well, but there was one little thing I did not like about it. You can only when you play a sport, you only can play up to 4 characters on each Olympic game. I don't know how you can unlock the thing where you can actually play with all the characters. I have not gone through that yet, so that might going to affect the rate I'm about to give right now. For the Wii U part, I'm actually going to give that, I'll probably say a little bit of 8.5 out of 10 because it's very good gameplay though. The inclusion of guest characters is also very good too, and honestly, it is very good gameplay. But the 3DS counterpart, sorry, that might give me like a 6.5 out of 10 just because I cannot really access all the characters and all that stuff. Still fun to play though. And finally, obviously it's the last Mario and Sonic game ever released to the public. The first one for Nintendo Switch. That is Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Now, I did get this I actually did get this around the time before. This was based back in 2019, right before the Summer Olympics actually started, and when it actually get delayed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. It did not really affect much of the brand, and they still kept the 2020 stuff, even though when they started back when the Summer Olympics began in 2021, they delayed it after a year. And what was I gonna say? This it's a lot more fast paced. There's not really much action going about. They also had like the online stuff, of course, and basically that's the online gaming was included for like the 2014, 2016, and the Tokyo one as well, the 2021 as well for the Tokyo Olympics. They also had an adventure mode as well. I did not really play that mode yet, and I might not be able to play it though because I really think it's gonna be a little bit tough though. But what I like about that one is that you can actually play between the I'm sorry, I am trying to remember right now because you actually play the 20 events, and you actually play the last time the Tokyo Olympics actually happened. I think it was, hold on, I'm trying to remember. I think it might be 1984. I'm not 100% sure though, but if it is 1984, do let me know in the comments below if I'm actually correct though. But I think it's the 1984 Tokyo Olympics. Yeah, you go like all the way back in time to actually play the last time they actually were in Tokyo. But it's a little bit of an 8-bit-ish style. All that they did. But yeah, that's a very cool feature that they added on there, and I do love it too. A little bit hard to handle though, because you have to like remember all that stuff though. And also dream events were included for that one too. Dream events weren't. There's only like a few. There's like a few dream events. There's not really too much though. It must include all the new sports as well. So, the rating for this one, there is actually no DS counterpart though, because I think they just did 3DS around that time. So for that one, well, it is a good game. I do love it when I first played it, but fast pace and a lot of stuff you have to deal with. But with the inclusion of the 1984 Tokyo Olympics, I will say I will give this a rating of 9 out of 10. Alright, and I actually did look up the Tokyo 20 game, of course. It actually was 1964, so I was a little bit 20 years ahead of that one. So I do apologize if I messed that up. My memory is not really correct when I last played. But yeah, it was 1964 that for the retro one. And that game right there was officially the last game that was released, because Albert Dream, the company that developed this game, actually was officially defunct. And it was also the last Mario Sonic game after the Olympic licensing has expired. And there is currently no rumor or like any speculation on if it will get renewed again for more Mario Sonic games. I'm honestly very sad that they probably won't continue anymore, but who wants to hope they do continue that very, very soon. And that's pretty much my rating for every Mario Sonic game. Do you agree with my ratings? If you do or don't, let me know in the comments below. And also comment what your favorite Mario Sonic the game was. Alright then, this wraps things up for today's video right here, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, give it a like. If it's not the same about this video, give it a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and notification bell for future videos like this. And I hope you guys have a great day, where even your time zone may be. And as always stay safe. And I'll see you guys again in my next video. Once again, I'm Ryzen04 saying peace out and go Team USA.